What's going on, everyone? So, Austin Reaves had really struggled in the first three games of the Golden State Warriors series. Whether it's fatigue, injury, just lack of experience, several things. It could have been a combination of all of it. He had really struggled, especially guarding Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson was just absolutely giving him buckets. I don't think it was. I even saw people mention, like, oh, I think he's just too big of the moment for him. I didn't buy that. I mean, his first ever playoff game, he went and closed out the number 2 seed on the road and just took over the fourth quarter. Like, Austin Reaves isn't worried about the moment. I didn't buy that, right? I just thought that he's played 40 minutes a game. He's probably got some fatigue. He's playing in a tough series of matchup. He has to chase around Steph and Klay all game. His legs are tired. Klay's been busting him. I thought it was just a bad series for him. I thought this was maybe just a bad matchup. He's in a second year, so he's not a savvy vet that knows how to do things without exerting too much energy. I just figured, hey, that's what this is. And Austin Reaves went into game 4, and it was like, here we go again. Austin Reaves is struggling. He just doesn't have it. Austin Reaves was him, and now he's not him in this series. And there's a real argument. I talked about this. There was a real argument to start Lonnie Walker, who Lonnie Walker went off and saved the Lakers season. Literally saved the Lakers season, completely took over the fourth quarter and closed out the Golden State Warriors with the Lakers down 7. And I even said Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder, you could put him on Steph, put Vando on Klay. There's a real argument for that based on those numbers, all that. But I even said in those videos, Darvin Ham probably keeps Austin in the starting lineup because he's not going to want to change too much, right? He wants to keep things intact, but Austin Reaves will probably have a very short leash. And I said, I still have my concerns with Austin Reaves. But I believe in him. I trust him. And I believe that he'll turn it around. And did he turn it around? Again, started off a little rocky, right? I think he was 1 of 4 from 3 or something like that, and 0 of 4 from the field, or 1 of 4 from the field, something like he started off the game incredibly poorly, and ended up finishing the game with 7 of 15 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 4 of 4, and on top of that, got a steal with only 2 turnovers and gave you 21 points and 34 minutes of play. That's what Austin Reaves did. And he was brilliant in that third quarter. Usually D'Lo had a game that we don't talk about Bruno, right? That was terrible. He had a rough game. 1 of 10 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3. He just didn't have it this game. Because the third quarter is usually when D'Lo really picks it up, starts getting going, and usually gives us that nice little cushion. He might as well not even been on the court today. And Austin Reaves came in and said, hey, in case you forgot, I'm still him. And just completely started torching the Warriors. They had no answer. He was knocking down threes. He was getting into the mid-range. And look, I said this after game 3. I said it after game 2. I said it after game 1. Austin Reaves is getting to his spots. He's not having problems getting to where he wants to get. He just can't buy a bucket. All of his shots are falling short. He just doesn't have the touch this game, which is why I thought maybe it was just tired legs, right? Because when you have tired legs, things usually fall short. You don't have the lift to knock down the shots and get the elevation you need in your shot. So I thought, okay, that makes sense. Austin Reaves has been playing 40 minutes a game. He's been doing everything. He's been guarding, tough guys that had tough matchups in the Grizzlies series, and now he has a tough matchup in this series. Klay's been busting him up all series. We really need Austin Reaves to figure it out. And I talked, and even before the series, I said, Austin Reaves and Klay Thompson, that matchup is going to be huge. It's going to be very important, because if Austin Reaves wins that matchup, the Lakers win the series. Because all the games this season in the regular season, Austin Reaves won the matchup against Klay Thompson. And for 3 games in this series, Klay Thompson torched and didn't just win the matchup, but dominated the matchup. Like, it wasn't even close. And then Austin Reaves showed up and said, hey, in case you forgot, let me remind you. And he dominated this matchup. Again, 21 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 7 of 15, 3 of 6 from 3. And in comparison, Klay Thompson, 3 of 11, 3 of 9 from 3-point range. He had 2 assists, 5 rebounds, and 9 points in 41 minutes. So he played 7 more minutes and had 3 more rebounds and 2 less assists, but also had 12 less points. Austin Reaves won the matchup, and the Lakers won the game. If Austin Reaves wins the matchup next game, the Lakers are going to win that game too. Because Austin Reaves is the Lakers' 3rd, 4th, 5th guy, but he's a guy that's good enough to be that 3rd guy. And Klay Thompson is supposed to be the Warriors' 2nd or at worst 3rd guy next to Andrew Wiggins. And so if Austin Reaves wins that matchup, and other guys show up too, it can't just be like, oh, Austin Reaves scored 20 points and Klay scored, 12, and, nobody else showed up for the Lakers, and Austin Reaves was the leading scorer with 20. Yeah, then the Lakers aren't winning that game. But, guys play, guys show up, and Austin Reaves wins that matchup against Klay Thompson. The Lakers are going to win every one of those games. Because Austin Reaves, again, is very likely going to be the 3rd, 4th, 5th best guy. And he was in this game. Lonnie Walker, you can make an argument, was the 3rd best guy just because of what he did in such a short span. But outside of that, you had 3 guys that scored 20 points or more. And those 3 guys were Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Austin Reaves. Austin Reaves had 21 points, AD with 23, and LeBron with 27. Austin Reaves, when he has games like this, the Lakers win. Good things happen. Because Austin Reaves is great. And look, even when I said, maybe you should move Austin Reaves to the bench, it was nothing to do with, I said, you can move him back to being a starter in the Suns or the Nuggets series. My concern was you have him out there. He's been a liability on both sides of the ball. Maybe if you bring him to the bench, maybe he can get his confidence going, see the ball get into the hoop, because now he has Jordan Poole and DiVincenzo guarding him rather than Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins. And maybe he could get some shots to fall, kind of get his legs back underneath him, do some more playmaking and ball handling in the second unit, and really make an impact that way. And then hopefully he's back to getting right. Maybe he has a big game or something like that. Gets back to getting right and then goes into that Denver or Phoenix series and he can get back to being him, right? That was my thinking. That was my logic. And Ham stuck with Austin, which I completely understand. I have no problems with, and it made sense. And Austin Reaves delivered. Austin Reaves showed up after a poor first half, came out and took over in the 3rd quarter, and then Lonnie Walker took over in the 4th. Reaves had some key moments there too, but the 4th was the Lonnie Walker show, right? And Austin Reaves, again, for a second-year player, come on. The dude is ridiculous. And I also think a lot of us, we lose sight of that. He's a second-year player. And he's playing like he's a guy that's been in the league for 15 seasons, right? He plays like he's this savvy vet. He plays really well off of LeBron, all that stuff. He's just high IQ, gets after everything, not afraid of the moment. Really just, he's a guy that you want on your team, right? He's the guy you want in a dogfight, right? And that's what this game was. This game was absolutely a dogfight, which we knew it would be. We knew it would be. But guess what? The Lakers are up 3-1. Austin Reaves just had a great game. If he can have another great game, I would love to see it in Golden State and the Lakers just handle business there, wrap this series up, call it a day. The Lakers winning 5 games, that would be beautiful because Austin Reaves will get some rest, which he could use and he deserves. Right? Go get AR some rest. Go get LeBron and AD and everybody some rest. I would love for that to happen. I would love for the Lakers to win this in 5. I'm not expecting it because, again, you got the defending champions back against the wall. They don't want to lose and get eliminated on their home court, just like we saw with Memphis. They're probably going to come out with a specific type of energy, and the Lakers are probably not going to match it because the Lakers are just going to say, hey, let's chalk this up. Let's go back to LA, close out in LA. But I would like to. I mean, this is the Warriors we're talking about. This isn't the Memphis Grizzlies, right? And the Lakers, if you have an opportunity to put the defending champions away, you got to put them away, right? Because they're not going to go away. The defending champions aren't just going to lay down. Golden State isn't Memphis, right? Like where they just kind of gave up at halftime. No, the Warriors are going to keep fighting till it's over. Lakers could be up 20, and if they just take their foot off the gas entirely, the Warriors could come back and win that game, right? The Lakers lost, game 2? They lost a quarter by over 20, if I'm not mistaken. So, like, the Lakers are going to have to put the Warriors away. They're not just going to walk away quietly and just say, oh, okay, yeah, you got us. Like, congrats. Enjoy it. No, we're going to have to beat them. And I would love to go and beat them on their home court. But we'll see. We're going to need Austin Reaves to do that, though. Absolutely, we'll need Austin Reaves to do that. And I believe he can. I trust him. I know he can. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What did you think of Austin Reaves' performance in Game 4? Were you proud? Were you impressed? Do you hope that this is the beginning of the turnaround, at least in this series? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are, love to hear it. Let me know.